Welcome this evening to the Scituate Zoning Board of Appeals, March 16, 2017 meeting. Thursday, we have 3 items on the agenda this evening. The first one is Mr. John Collins and Susan Collins of 391 Old County Road in North Palm Beach, Florida. That is going to be continued, if anyone's here for that tonight, to the main meeting. And with that said, we're going to, actually, we should go to continue it.
Move to continue until the May meeting. May?
I think they asked for,
May.
They asked for May.
Till the May meeting.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And then that leaves our second applicant tonight, Steve Grant from 61 Glades Road, Situate, Mass. Requested finding special permit in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 40A, Section 6, to construct in addition to a pre-existing non-conforming dwelling at 161 Glades Road, Assessors Map 5, Block 3, Parcel 96, increasing the gross square foot area more than 20%. So with that, we'll...
Hi, I'm Dick Rockwood. I did the architectural work for the Grants that are here behind me tonight. At the meeting, they lived in this house, and it's a really small footprint, so they need to enlarge some of the living spaces, is what we're requesting you to do. You have a site plan, and I just, in my own vision, kind of blew them up a little bit and color-coded them about the site plan. I think what I did on my architecturals, I shaded them in yellow. You have those copies so you can see what's new. But this is the actual site plan that you have. And getting into a larger scale, this is all existing footprint. This is an existing deck that goes all the way out here. So this is an area in red is a new foundation. It's a strip wall foundation and then a flood zone.
That would be A1?
The A1.
Yes.
Right. It's an extension of the first floor existing. That's the only area that we're extending. Then we're putting a second story over the whole back.
So,
And that's why I've got these shaded in yellow with all the new work that's on.
the entirety of A2
And 1.
is, no, wait for my question.
Okay.
The entirety of A2 is the existing structure?
Correct.
Okay,
A2 in this utility area
Yeah.
is existing.
yeah. Okay.
So I have photographs with me also.
Okay. It just wasn't clear to me at all, so I was having a hard time figuring out the site line non-conformity because I didn't know what the existing structure was.
So the existing structure is on the left side, which would be the south side of the house, is the 4.21. That's the existing.
Yep.
And we're putting an overhang on that section on the upstairs, and we'll still be 6.88. So we're not getting any more non-conforming than what the structure is. This is all houses.
So it says the left side existing is 4.21 and proposed is 6.88.
Yes.
So that means you're reducing the non-conformity.
No, I think the 4.2 is going to stay. Am I right?
That's staying, yes.
Yeah, they're not demolishing the existing house.
But that's also an uncovered porch, correct?
No, it is covered. That's all living space on the first
The
floor.
4.2 is a covered porch?
He says porch, but it's all closed in, heated windows, bathrooms. That's what the existing is. I have photographs here of that house.
No, go for it.
The
I think
6
the chart is just mislabeled.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the 6.88 refers to the second story only.
Right.
Correct.
So you're not really changing the nonconformity?
No,
But you're building within an area that's not...
Yes. There's a photo
As
of the
non-conforming.
existing structure. You might have it in the packet. I think there's some,
Okay. All right, so I was looking at the rear porch that you're taking, that's existing.
So Dick, just to make sure, for example, that portion you're
This is-
referring
this is
to,
where it
is that right here?
This is the back of the house.
Okay, so,
The 4.22, if you look at the front of the house, is this corner.
This is Glades Road here.
Correct.
So I'd be standing in Glades Road looking at this portion of the house.
It's that one.
So I'm looking this way, and I'm looking at this right here.
Correct, and that was the back corner I was referring to.
So, right. So this, the front corner of this is up here. The rear corner of this, which we obviously can't see, is back here and is in the 4.2, and that's remaining untouched. I think I follow you now.
Existing deck.
And then, so then when we look, I got you. So this is A2.
Not A2.
That's A2 right there.
I'm looking at the back of A2.
view of A2, yes.
Right.
Okay.
gotcha. All right.
So A2, you're putting a second floor on it.
Correct.
And it's gonna come out half of the way to what the existing front of the house
Can
does.
leave a couple feet.
So it's gonna come out to about
Well,
here.
what it's doing is it's coming out this way 18 inches.
Right.
And going up, but that's the part that's only the 8 point, whatever it was, 6.6.
6
That's the part back here that's 4.2.
Right, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
not even coming out to where I already am not conforming.
I think I follow you now, and I've gotten oriented with the pictures.
I think I got it.
Here's your-
So this is actually the existing house,
Correct, that's all existing.
just because it's a ground covered porch.
Yeah.
Right. It's first floor is enclosed.
It's all.
That's-
Right, but
That's maintained.
This helps here.
So when I
That's
refer to
new, and
4.2.
This is the deck in the front.
Yeah, that's it.
This is what was a porch, which has now been enclosed
Yeah.
for living space. It's a bathroom, it looks like. Right. And then the extension that you're doing is, this is existing first floor.
Correct.
But
This
you're
is
going to go,
exist-
you're going to go to a
This is
second?
existing first floor, we're adding this piece right here.
Right.
And then going up over it.
But you're still only coming out to that existing edge.
Correct.
So all we're doing really is, the non-conforming part of this dwelling is non-conforming closer to the lot than the area that we're going to put a second
Right.
floor on.
Yeah.
Which is 2 feet less non-conforming. It's still non-conforming, but only by a
Right.
foot and 1.2.
Yeah, that's what I see.
And it's only the second floor.
The second floor.
We're not extending it. We may be increasing it because we're going up, but
Yeah. Yep.
it sounds like it to
Yep.
me.
And then just for some clarification, because it's not on here, so this lot, the property as a whole is non-conforming as to the side setback and frontage, right?
Frontage is 20.
Correct. The frontage is non-conforming
Right.
and the side setback is non-conforming.
Okay.
Is it non-conforming to width through the house?
Hard to, we don't have the measurement.
Well, you got lot width says 39.84.
Yeah, but the lot isn't wide enough to.
It can't be wide enough through the house.
Right.
So frontage, lot width,
And side setback.
and southerly side setback.
Yeah.
We've got to add frontage to our chart.
But, I'm sorry.
No, no,
Width to the chart.
the chart that we've been using here doesn't have frontage on it.
It
Oh,
also
See, it has
doesn't,
front setback, but it doesn't have
yeah,
frontage.
it doesn't have the zone on it. We
Yeah, yeah.
can make some additions.
It's a work in progress.
That's right.
we've been trying to fine tune our application so that we have, everyone's on the same page every time.
So we have basically, we're more than the 20%.
Frank, any other questions?
No.
Yeah, anything
No, I'm
else?
good.
Ed? Anything
Nope.
else? Okay. Bob, any questions or?
Not from a zoning perspective, John. I mean, the only issue is certainly when we review conformance with flood zone design in terms of floor elevations, which it appears are quite close to what they need to be. It's in a...
It's in an
It's an
A15, and we're at 16 and some change.
Well, my sheet says 15.2. 79, that's close enough.
Old reference, that was old, that's old.
So, again, we'll leave it
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah, and I have it on the current one, is that the new one?
That's allowed. But anyway, it's probably de minimis if that's the
Oh,
only.
the porch is 15.75, and the main house is 16. Right.
At any rate,
So
so
there's
there's,
not doing a substantial improvement, I think I ran this by you with the appraisals.
that would be the next question, whether or not it's a substantial improvement. We'll have to.
And I have all the backup for that.
Also conservation commission,
We had conservation last night.
oh, right.
There was one thing they wanted us to add on the site plan, and that's what we're doing. They said they had no issues with it, so.
So,
And the house.
I'm assuming you're going to be all right. Pending further review.
Understood?
Any other questions from the audience? Okay. The board, any other questions? No. You have a motion? Is that?
It's a Gale motion, right?
Sure. Move that the board grant the application for the property at 161 Glades Road in Scituate, Massachusetts for a special permit under 48 Section 6, and that the board find that the property, which is non-conforming as to its left side setback, its lot width, and its frontage, that the proposed improvements as shown on the plan by Environmental Engineering Technologies and dated January 12, 2017, will not create any new nonconformities, and to the extent they extensify any existing nonconformity, such extensification, intensification will not be substantially more detrimental to the surrounding neighborhood. What'd I miss?
20%.
930, whatever.
That's what I don't
Floodplain?
quote in front of me.
I'll get you the section number.
Are we in that?
Is it 930
960.
B?
No, it's F. It's not floodplain, right?
No,
It's just not on.
470 point. 470.6.
950.3.
950.3, is that the A through?
Okay.
Yeah. And further, that the proposed improvements comply with 950.3 of the Scituate zoning code, sections A through F.
Second motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Vote?
Wait a minute, we also need the
And then we have
20%,
to
right?
do the floodplain?
It's got 20% too, don't we? 470.6, is
So
it?
that's 810. Is that what you're
Eight,
referring to?
yeah, 810.2 and 470.
I mean, to a certain extent, if we're moving to grant the special permit on all of these, and we're making our required findings under Gale,
Right.
is it really necessary to say that we find that it doesn't run afoul of these specific sections? Sort of opening up Pandora's box. Isn't there an argument then that we should say that such and such other
Doesn't
section
need to
doesn't
apply.
apply or whatnot? I think maybe to shorten these motions up a little bit, maybe the Gale explanation and saying that it complies with the code,
Overrides.
yeah. And that we move to grant the
I
special
think the only
permit.
reason we do 950.3 is because it says specifically that we have to make a finding.
Yeah.
950.3.
Yeah, and so
And it's
that
an
makes
easier
sense.
way to say we
Yeah,
did it by saying it complies
that's
with
correct. It
950.
complies with 950.3.
So,
So you're saying instead of
saying the Gale
810.2.
decision will cover the 470?
I'm perfectly willing to,
Yeah, I mean, the 20%, it's not incorrect to name it as well, but That's why they're here, and why we have to go through the analysis we go through.
So Gale trumps
I
it.
think so,
I
yeah.
think Gail does trump it, but,
Yeah.
we'll get into it.
Yeah, I mean, arguably Gale might even trump 950, but like you said, it's so easy to name.
Yeah. Okay.
That was just
So we
discussion on the
voted?
board, so we just want to make sure,
We voted on the,
we want to make sure we give you all.
We want to make sure we do it
Trying to make your paperwork and our paperwork as straightforward as possible.
that you were seeking.
Correct.
So, that's been done, so.
so under Gale, you're done.
Yeah, Gale and 950.3.
Thank you.
Okay, we all set?
Yeah,
Did we vote?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think-
All in favor?
It's seconded, moved, seconded, aye.
Aye.
All in favor.
I can write it.
May I ask when the board would have something ready? Is that?
A week from Christmas.
We have up to 90 days.
Because my client asked.
Absolutely. I think the statute allows us a really long time. I think I could do it in, by the end of next week. What's that? We don't, we will try to get it done by the end of next week because there is a rush. Again, the statute gives us, I think it gives us 90 days. So it's, I understand. It then has to go through the progress. Some of it is out of our control. Other boards of the town need to touch it and see it.
Thank you very much.
And once it's filed with the town clerk, then there's a 20-day appeal period.
Did you need any of these copies?
I don't
Okay.
need them, but if you want to make me load, I can.
Yeah, I think he'll keep his, but you might need to resubmit some of them.
I've got the board here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck. And our third applicant for the night.
guys
the old
try to make some
gentleman left in the room. Yeah. Francis Jane Ash Jr., 15, Scituate, Mass. Request special permit finding pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 40A, Section 6, to construct a single-story addition to a detached garage on a non-conforming property located at 15 Cherry Lane, Scituate, Mass. Assessors map 8, block 6, and parcel 8A. If you want to give us a brief explanation of what you want to do, we might ask you some
Estimate two cars
questions.
that, one is sitting behind the garage, one's sitting in the existing garage, and I'd like to get out of the salt there. That's the reason why I'm applying for it.
What is happening to the garage? I'm sorry, I didn't really hear you.
I have,
Got antique cars he
I
wants
have
to
some
put
antique
on.
cars.
Oh, okay.
And one of them is sitting behind the garage under tarps, and it's sitting in the salt there, so it's,
Got it. So you just want a bigger garage to store cars? Because the issue that just jumped out at me is that if this is going to be used at all for a living, then we have a different requirement going on, and it wasn't clear from the plan, so we probably need to make that as part of the decision, that it's only going to be used for
Non-habitable.
garage purposes.
that's it.
Well, it wouldn't be allowed to be qualified as an accessory dwelling because an accessory dwelling needs to meet all setbacks, which this does not.
And I had a question, it doesn't make any difference to the decision here, but it says frontage here required 50 feet. I think it's 100
It
feet.
is 100, no exceptions to that.
So it's non-conforming with respect to frontage and lot width as well.
And just to clarify, there's going to be proposed three garage doors?
Well, there's one in the front right now,
Yeah, and then two.
maybe
So it'll
two,
be three?
or maybe just one, depending upon
Okay.
how it shakes out. That's my Photoshop rendition.
No, it helped, it was helpful.
So this is a part of the code I've always struggled with. The garage does not qualify to make it non-conforming as to side setback, or does it?
It's still
The
non-conforming.
garage, if to be conforming, the garage would have to be side setbacks.
Right.
It does not.
And it doesn't.
Right.
So the garage is non-conforming,
The garage is not.
and we treat it the same way as we would
I believe so.
a house. Yeah.
But
As any other structure on the
Right,
lot.
so then what's throwing me here is, and unless I'm reading the plan wrong, presently we have a garage that complies with the rear yard setback.
With the rear, but not the side.
But the rear yard setback in this case for a one-story garage is only 8 feet.
So the plan
The new
is, so the,
construction will also.
right, so the plan speaks to the house, and that's what's throwing me too.
Yeah.
The table is wrong. So the required rear yard
Although
setback
it's-
for the structure we're looking at is 8 feet.
Yeah, and the rear yard setback would be for a dwelling or a
Right,
house.
of course.
But,
Yeah.
or a two-story
Right.
garage, but he's
Yeah.
only going one story for his house.
Perfect.
So it's probably something, depending on how you interpret those cases, that intensifies the side setback non-conformity because it extends it further.
Right, yeah. Yep. But that, okay, so our table was off, and that's what's been throwing me.
Any reason why you couldn't put the addition on the
I'd be in the septic
north
system.
side?
I'd be in the septic system.
Okay, that's a good reason.
I mean, especially where it's 7.4, and he's just running it for more feet. But we've let people do that in greater nonconformities and for multi-level living space.
I was going to say you had to.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
my neighbor's house, she built a 32, her house is 3 feet from the property line. She built a 32-foot addition 15 years ago, so see, everybody's on top of everybody down there.
Neighbor doesn't care.
I didn't care when she built her addition.
Yep. Understood.
Any other questions on the board? Bob, anything you see aside from the one-story structure?
No, one-story structure can't ever be
Extended up?
transformed into an
Dwelling.
accessory dwelling or extended up to 2 stories. Other than that, no.
Does someone want to do a motion? Right?
All right, I'll find under, go ahead.
Question. Go ahead.
Oh, you had another question?
No.
Oh,
Go ahead. Yeah, we went into it.
I'm not asking a question, I'm just trying to find the paperwork here. That one?
well, it's the front, that's
All right, move that the board find the application of Francis J. Nash Jr. of 15 Cherry Lane, Scituate, requesting a special permit finding pursuant MGL Chapter 48, Section 6, to construct a single-story addition to the detached garage on his property at 15 Cherry Lane, a non-conforming property because of the width, lot width. Assessors Map 8, Block 6, Parcel 8, as described on a plan dated, a plan by Morse Engineering dated 7/14/16. Shall be not significantly more detrimental to the neighborhood, that the property is non-conforming as to lot width, frontage, and side yard setback for the detached garage. And the proposed addition does not create any new nonconformities to the extent that it intensifies existing nonconformities. Specifications are not significantly detrimental to the neighborhood.
And should we also put in that it will not be used for dwelling purpose?
The board finds that the proposed detached garage shall not now or in the future be used for dwelling purposes, and that meets all the requirements under 950.3 of the Scituate bylaw.
Second.
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 All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
There you go. No addition to the doghouse, huh?
Well, I was going to take exception to me living out there in case I get in trouble with the wife.
What kind of cars are they?
I have a 27 Nash and a 29 Nash.
In the salt? Shame on you.
Now, to rectify that.
Am I up, or? I need a package that'll be able to do it.
Need what?
I'm working with the thing.
Actually, that goes.
We're very generous when somebody else
You wanna
writing.
write it? Go ahead.
I'll do it.
Usually, we'll try to get the decision out as quick as we can. You'll hear from me. You'll get a phone call when it is out, and then there's a 20-day appeal period. Maybe you can apply for that.
Thank you.
What's that? Oh, okay.
Move to approve the February minutes as emailed.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Is there anything else on the agenda?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.